Moms are hardcore.
Hello and welcome to Moms of Flavortown.
Diddly 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 doo.
I am Rachel.
I am Debbie.
And today we are really excited because we have a very exciting guest on the podcast. You might know him from the most recent season of Top Chef. He is the executive chef for one of the restaurants of the legendary Marcus Samuelson. He is a friend of last year's winner, Tristen. Please welcome to the pod, Anthony Jones.
Woo!
Thank you all very much. Happy to be here.
Thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Of course. I've been looking forward to it.
We thought you left our screen too early, so.
Yes, for sure. I know that you two were DMing a little bit. So, Anthony, one thing you might not know is that me and Debbie are both in the Moms of Flavortown Instagram. So sometimes I go in and there's like a conversation that like I started, she's talking in.
that is perfect.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
Yeah. So let's just start off from the beginning and then we'll get all into Top Chef, if you don't mind.
Okay. Of course.
So, what are some of your earliest food memories as a kid?
Earliest food memories as a kid would definitely be just some moments like with family, whether it's like my great aunt making bread pudding and like she would call me over to come down to the house. And as soon as I open the door, the smell just hits me in the face. Another one of my great aunts, she would cook and sell dinners out of her house. But there was like crab cakes, salmon cakes, chicken, short rib, steak, like all kinds of crazy stuff. So like I've always been surrounded by food, and I'm blessed for it.
Was this when you were living in Maryland growing up?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, this is back home in Calvert County.
Does she have any people that are continuing on that tradition? Because I really want to go get some crab cakes from your family.
No, I don't think she does it anymore. Really, she's a little bit older now. So she's taking it easy, slowing down a bit.
Yeah.
But like it was crazy. Just she would literally have 10, 12 cars parked in the driveway and people just waiting with cash ready to go, getting their styrofoam containers full of food. The longest lines would always be whenever she would cook chitlins. And I still to this day do not like chitlins.
Oh no.
But she, I don't know what magic she worked with them to where everyone was buying. Like she would sell out of those first before crab cakes.
Wow.
It baffles my mind.
Wow.
It makes no sense.
How did she get the word out? What was the advertising so people knew she had chitlins or things like that?
I mean, this was probably back in 95, so it was word of mouth.
Wow. That's
and
incredible.
The word would spread, like she's got the good stuff today. So go.
Exactly. I mean, well, so everyone in my family can cook, and I know a lot of people say that, but literally, like especially all the older generation, all the females can throw down and cook in the kitchen. So like Thanksgiving and Christmas were the best holidays because everyone did their one signature thing and then just brought it over.
Yeah.
So you knew that if Dorothy was bringing rolls, they were the best rolls in the family. If XYZ was making sweet potatoes, best sweet potatoes, my Aunt Connie with her sweet potato pie and her bread pudding, like you just knew you were stacked. It was an all-star line.
Oh my gosh.
You say that everyone would say that. Unfortunately, I don't think that me and Debbie would necessarily say that. Sorry, Mom.
I don't know if my mom is going to listen to this either, but she'll certainly tell me about it after.
My mom would agree. Okay, so was that what made you want to become a chef? Was like being part of that family?
Not at all. None of that. Just because everyone does cook, but no one did it professionally to a career style level. So I never really viewed it as a career. Like originally, I was like, okay, I'll be a scientist or something techie or smart, or I'll have a trade job like the rest of the guys in my family, and I'll be a plumber or a carpenter or something like that. Until like one night, I was just scrolling through TV. My dad would let me stay up, and he landed on on Iron Chef,
Mhm.
like on the original old school Japanese version of Iron Chef. And
Nice.
the intro is like all flashy and the music. I'm like, Dad, stop. What's that? He's like, oh, it's a cooking show. It's like, let's watch it. And yeah, just seeing that, I remember watching the French Iron Chef Hiroyuki Sakai
Mhm.
peeling an apple with like probably like a 12 to 16-inch knife just in his hands, just rotating and peeling the apple. I was like, that's badass. That is badass.
But I mean, like, cooking is, sciencey and techy and stuff like that. Like, you have to have a lot of those, like, skills with your hands and your brain to really, like, get into it,
So did that make you start cooking professionally? Like how did it get from that, seeing Iron Chef, to starting a career as a professional cook?
I mean, that was that was definitely the igniter of it all. And then like after that, I switched over my classes. So I went from I dropped an exercise class, switched over to home ec, which makes no sense to any teacher in the whole academic world. That makes no sense to any teacher. And then I just started taking more cooking classes in high school. And then I was like, okay, well, I want to be better. So I want to go to culinary school because there weren't, where I'm from in Maryland, there's no like real good opportunities. At least, especially not back then. It's a little bit better now, but back then it wasn't really anything. So okay, I need to go to culinary school. So I did my research. What are the culinary schools that I should go to? And, there's a bunch of options and some acceptances, and I decided to go to Johnson.
I love that. I it's really cool to hear. I think I say this a lot, but like it's just cool to hear people who have that passion early on and like actually, go through with it. I did not, so it's so fascinating to me.
Wait,
but
Anthony,
it brought us together today.
Yeah, that's true.
Anthony, can we ask how old you are? Would you tell us?
Yeah, I am 37.
Okay, cool. So so your whole life, basically, like as soon as you were an adult, you've been cooking.
Yes, yeah. As soon as I turned 16 and someone would legally hire me, I just got my first job in the kitchen.
That's awesome.
And because of Iron Chef, did you always want to be on TV cooking?
No, well, I always thought, or I always had the mindset that if you're a really good chef, you do a good job, you run your restaurant business properly, that's all you need to do, and the rest of life will work itself out, and you'll just be a great chef, and your peers will love you, respect you, you'll get an award or some accolades along the way, and a happy ending. Times have changed. Times have changed.
Sadly, so.
So when did you start working for Marcus Samuelson in this whole process?
That happened about, I would say, 5-6 years ago. I don't exactly remember. I moved down. I know it was a year and a half before COVID, because like the restaurant wasn't even finished being built yet. Rooster in Overtown. And so I moved down, bounced around a bit in Miami until the restaurant opened. We, got our staff, we trained them and everything. And like opening day was the day when the CDC announced COVID is like a global pandemic. And so we closed.
Oh my God.
That sucks.
Wow.
Yeah. That really sucks.
Devastating.
But then you still ended up working at that restaurant though. So you were able to come back there? Okay.
That's
eventually reopened, and then I was there for 3.5 years until I moved back up north.
What did you do during that time? Like, did you like collect unemployment? Like, what was that like for you?
Well, so that was like the most mind-boggling thing ever because I realized how specialized I am job-wise. Because like shit. All the restaurants are closed. What am I gonna do? Like, all I know how to do is cook. It's like I could do landscaping, but it's Miami. Like I'm not gonna get in the landscaping game now. Of all, not here, not here. And so like there were a few restaurants, and like I guess luckily it was Miami, so it was kind of the Wild Wild West. as far as COVID goes.
Sure.
There's, things relax. Things are real lax. So I did find some restaurants that would hire me, but like there was one pizza chain which I won't name.
Uh-huh.
I applied 3 times and they told me no all 3 times. I finally like went in. I was like, "Hey, look," I was like, "I'm applying for this job. Why are you hiring me?" And the manager basically was like, "Yeah, because you're overqualified." He's like, "As soon as the pandemic's over, you're gonna quit."
Yeah, that's a
And I
good
was like,
point.
"Yeah." I was like, "You're right. I'm not gonna lie to you. But while I'm here, you will have the best model employee that you've ever had."
That's also a great point.
Wait, so did you get the job?
I did not get the job.
Oh, no!
He still knew I was gonna quit. So it didn't help that I was honest about the quitting part.
Okay, so then the restaurant reopened and you got to work where you were supposed to work.
Yes.
So did you know Marcus Samuelson like from Chopped and stuff like at that point? Like did you have like seen him on TV?
Yeah, I knew a little bit from TV, obviously, but definitely from some like the older like no reservations stuff like that, and also some like publications like books and magazines.
And
so it's like okay,
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Go on.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering if that's how you met Tristen, like was through Marcus, or was that like a different?
Yeah, no. So we ended up. So I moved down first. I think Tristen moved a few months after me, and like we didn't know each other whatsoever. But our paths, oddly enough, crossed quite a bit in our lives later on. But like we never saw it. Like we never talked to each other. Like we went to the same. We literally went to the same culinary school, the same campus.
That's so funny.
We lived in the same area, almost DMV adjacent. And like we never ran to each other or talked to each other at all until Miami.
Wow. It's funny because it's like a lot of chefs of your pedigree often like I hear that a lot where it's like you've crossed paths, but like you've never actually met until you end up in this like very weird situation. Yeah. So that's really cool. I like that a lot.
We're big fans of Tristen on this show. So
of course.
Yeah.
So Marcus Samuelson seems so supportive of the chefs he works with. Was that your experience?
Yeah. I mean, it's since the beginning up till now, like nothing but support from Marcus. Even when I left the company, I was very honest with him. I was like, hey, there's nothing wrong. I'm just tired of Miami. Like I can't deal with Miami anymore. And which I guess everyone was surprised of as a reasoning. Everyone thought it was more to it, but like no, like perpetual summer can get boring sometimes.
Yeah, especially when you're from the DMV. It's like you actually know seasons.
Correct. I was like, God, I need snow. Like, where's some snow? So yeah, no, it's. But he's been very supportive, and especially like at my current job now. Just trusting me with the concept and the project.
So did he encourage you to go on TV? Like, did he get you on Chopped, or did you apply to Chopped totally separate of him?
So yeah, I applied to Chopped separately because there was a producer who was like Chopped affiliated who was doing some type of documentary with us for opening the restaurant. Which I don't know how that all finished up or whatever. But she's like, you should apply for Chopped. Like you have really good personality. I was like, oh, okay. You say so. In my mind, I'm like, me, TV. Like, I know I'm good in person. Like, I'm very personable. But like, I know I suck over the phone because it's just, my energy is pretty monotone. And it's only in person where I'm a bit more animated. But I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Worst case scenario, if they tell me no. Like that's a worst case.
I think you're really awesome on TV. Like, I don't know what you're thinking, but whatever.
Thank you very much.
Can we ask quickly, what's your astrological sign?
I am a Taurus.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Cool. So yeah, I was just curious. So you won Chopped.
Yes.
When was that?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't remember.
Yeah, Rachel and
It
I watch it
was,
so
yeah,
much that like all the years blur together, and
Oh
like it's
yeah.
yeah,
like
exactly.
one of my comfort shows when I'm just like
Yeah. I mean,
in bed.
honestly, a lot of times I probably fall asleep through the second half because
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
It's a good
2019, 2020, maybe.
Oh,
um
nice.
so that was so was that before you worked at the Marcus restaurant in Miami, right? Because that was pre-COVID.
It was, or then so it was after because
Okay.
I was at the restaurant because I left for filming for
Okay.
Chopped, and then like I remember being back like after 4 days, I was back in the restaurant for service.
Mhm.
Okay.
Four
Wow.
days.
And then how long did it take you to get the prize money after you filmed?
I don't even remember. I think it was pretty quick. I
Oh, that's
think
good.
maybe a few months after the initial filming.
All right,
Okay,
Food
I don't
Network.
remember it taking forever. I don't remember it
Uh-huh.
taking forever.
That's great. Go Food
Yeah.
Network. All right.
Yeah, not bad. I don't know if you know this, Anthony, but I was on a Food Network reality show that aired in
Okay.
2010, and I won. I was on Worst Cooks in America. You've seen it.
Congrats! Oh, hold on. I was
Well,
gonna
I
say
mean,
congratulations, then I was like, oh, the title. Heard. Understood.
but no, you can say congratulations because it was whoever I was the person who learned the most to cook. So like I
Okay.
was
Okay.
the best
Okay.
by the end. It was like it was actually a great
Understood.
experience. Yeah, so I'm always like interested in like the Food Network experience because that was so long ago. So I think it
Yeah.
took me longer to get the money.
That's interesting.
Ooh, sorry to hear that.
No, but I think on Chopped they have a winner every episode, right? So they have to have like more of a
Yes.
system going on,
Yeah,
where it's just
that's
like
true.
you got to get it out. And then
Yeah.
how did you end up on Top Chef?
Basically, someone messaged me saying, "Hey, we're doing filming for a competition show. Would you be interested?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be interested. Sure, let's plan it out."
Mhm.
And then they were like, "Oh, it's for Top Chef." I was like, "Oh, okay, definitely. I'll happily do it." And I'm still having the same thought in my mind, because I had done some interviews after Chop for other network shows,
Uh-huh.
and like it's just the interviews didn't. I guess they just didn't go well enough because I never got on anything else.
Mhm.
But then yeah, so I did my Top Chef interviews. And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, this is not. They're not going to pick me. They're not going to pick me." And like, I didn't even tell Marcus that I was interviewing
Yeah.
because I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was a big deal. I was like, "I'm not going to get picked, so we're good." Until like they finally had like the final call or whatever,
Mhm.
and they're like, "So just so you know, you'll be gone for X amount of time," and blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh shit! Hold on, time out." I was like, "Oh, this is a yes." Like, yeah, after you made it, I was like, "Oh shit!" They're like, "What's wrong?" I didn't tell Marcus yet.
Oh no.
Did Tristen know that you were in the process? Did you tell him about it? Like, did you talk to him about the process?
Yeah, I gave him a heads up.
Good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then how long after that call did you have to leave?
I think it was like a few months probably afterwards. Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like
That's
they
not
were
bad.
like, "We're sending you out in a week."
No. God,
Okay.
that would have been even worse. I wouldn't have been able to prepare anyone.
Yeah. So
And
how
was
did you?
Marcus? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Once you told Marcus, was he supportive? Was he happy about it?
He was very happy, but he's like, "Why'd you keep it from us?" Well, I didn't think I was going to get on. He's like, "Why'd you think you weren't going to get on?" I was like, "Because I haven't gotten on anything else in the shop. But why would I think today's different?"
Well, I gotta say, like, as a media person, it's not necessarily because like you're not gonna get like it might just be timing, you know what I mean? Like this
Right,
was
yeah.
like the right time with the right cast. Obviously, like you and Laurence were destined to meet and
Right. Yes. Yes.
things together, like
I mean, we have talked to so many people who auditioned for Top Chef like 5 or 6 times before
Yeah.
they got on. So it's just like,
Yeah.
it's so interesting. And it's like people who did really well, people who, like, in our opinion, popped off the screen. And it's like so interesting how different the experiences are for different people. And I'm happy for you. You got it the first time. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very appreciative.
Yeah.
I think that you are better on screen than you give yourself credit for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Did you know at that point it was going to be in the Carolinas?
No, I don't think it was announced yet.
Mhm.
I found out the same time everyone else found out, like when it
Yeah.
was
Oh, when it was
announced on
announced?
TV
Oh, wow.
or online. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. And how long did you have to prepare to like for that, like between when you found out it was Carolinas and when you had to be there?
I think it was probably a few weeks before. Yeah, a few
Mhm.
weeks before moving out for leaving. Yeah.
Did you feel extra prepared because you are like a mid-Atlantic regional person?
Well, yes and no, but like I hadn't been in the Carolinas for so long
Yeah.
since college, and I hoped things had changed for the better
Yeah.
since then. Like food scene wise, just
Mhm.
because it was just a totally different time.
Yeah.
I'm like I was like, okay, I'm familiar with Bojangles, I'm familiar with barbecue, I'm familiar with, so I'm like, I've got some of the basics locked in.
Right, right. I like
Yeah.
that Bojangles was the first thing you said.
Exactly. When we did the Cracker Barrel, I was like, we're not doing Bojangles? What the hell? What's going on? What?
What?
Missed opportunity, Bojangles.
Are you a Cracker Barrel fan though, in general?
Like I'm okay with it, but to
Mhm.
be honest, like I'm more of an IHOP guy.
Okay.
And if it's not
Ah.
IHOP, then Waffle House second.
Yes. Yeah.
See, my dad is from North Carolina, and like my grandmother growing up, my Meemaw, she
Right.
made like the whole biscuits and gravy and all that stuff whenever we visited. And
Yeah.
for me, Cracker Barrel is like my favorite chain because it really like the style they do there is very similar to how my grandmother from North Carolina cooked.
Right.
So
Yeah.
for me, I'm a huge I'm a huge
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel apologist. I'm like,
I was so prepared for a quick fire for us to have to like work like an hour service or something.
Yeah.
At a Waffle House, I was like, this is for
oh,
sure gonna be a
Yeah.
challenge. There's no way we're not gonna do a quick fire at Waffle House.
Yeah.
And I was also scared for that, but at the same time, I was pumped. But it didn't
You're
happen, so yeah.
Waffle House chefs are all the employees are like the most amazing people
Exactly.
ever. Like they
Exactly.
just are so prepared for literally everything.
Everything. Like
Yeah.
that is the epitome of a quick fire. That is
Yes.
yeah, that would have been awesome if Kristen and Tom were like, now it's time for you to fight. That would have been great. But did you like prepare for any of like the North Carolina or South Carolina ingredients? Did you do any research into that stuff?
No, I mean, like, I was familiar with most of the stuff already,
Mhm.
but like, there's no way to really prepare yourself properly for Top Chef, just
Mhm.
because the
Yeah.
only things that are consistent are restaurant wars, and maybe you'll do a mise en place race,
Right.
maybe, but
Uh-huh.
besides that, yeah.
Well, at least you got 2% cash back on everything you did while you were there.
Correct.
Did you ask Tristen for advice before you left?
I did. He just, he was like, be confident, be yourself. He's like, just cook good food.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, if just cook good food, even
Mhm.
if you go home for something, if you believed it was the best you could do in that moment, then
I don't want to skip ahead too much, but I just, like if we can talk about the dish that you sadly went home on, like because
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome, and I thought it was. I mean, obviously I couldn't taste it, but like it was so like playful to me, and I didn't understand. So that's to hear that like that you were just like this is who I am, and this
Yeah.
is like.
And Debbie and I hated Jonathan's dish.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, we didn't taste that either, but we said Anthony's is obviously better. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Well, it's just it's just interesting. Like I mean, I don't know if Tom will ever come on our show, but like the playful things are things that he doesn't necessarily like gravitate towards, and that always like bums me out.
I did not know that. If I had known that, I probably would have been a little less. No, I'm joking. I mean, I went into it with an idea,
Yeah.
and I thought it was going to be really amazing, and I'm sure it was. I just dropped the ball on execution.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately I wish I hadn't. I wish I had pivoted or, tried one or two cigars a bit more to really be like, oh, maybe I can tinker with this a bit. But it's at the end of the day, I think it was still like a really good dish or a really great concept. So it's unfortunate that it was my last one.
Yeah.
Well, that was like the like what they said in the stew room after when people were talking to you. It's like if you had like just like done it tested it a couple times, it would have been like a perfect dish or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like the crazy thing about Top Chef, right? Is that you don't get to try them out before you do it, right? Any of the dishes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So the next question I feel like we know the answer to, but who did you bond with the most quickly when you met the cast?
Oh, I mean, well, so I already knew Nana and Day and Sherry beforehand.
Oh, cool.
But I would say outside of someone that I already knew, obviously Laurence.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously
Check
Laurence.
the box for that one.
Yeah. Do you guys now have like, a league or something that you guys like play in? Or?
Not yet. I want him to download this one Pokemon game I play on my Switch so we can battle with each other.
Oh, cool.
But we're gonna do a dinner later on this year together. I'm gonna go up and he's gonna come down.
Awesome.
So that we'll probably nerd out and play some games while we're at each other's respective residences.
Wait, what? Can you just real quick tell me what the Pokemon game is? Because my kid just got a Switch and he's obsessed with Pokemon. So
it's Pokemon Unite.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put it in the show notes for Debbie's son Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you won 3 quick fires and 2 elimination challenges. That's pretty good for a Top Chef season. How much money did you end up with from the prize fund?
I'm going to be very honest with you. Laurence actually kept track of all my winnings, and I honestly don't. If I won 3 quick fires and one of them was a team, at least 25.
Amazing!
Wow,
that's
amazing.
great.
But Laurence was actually my accountant during the competition. Like, Laurence, what am I up to right now? And you're at thank you.
Well, we also saw Laurence doing that with the grocery budgets and a couple of the team challenges.
Yeah.
So that was like his thing, was like running the budgets.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's awesome.
It worked out so well.
And do you feel like things have elevated since you went on? I mean, do you feel like you have more opportunities and stuff?
There's definitely some things coming down the pipeline. I'm sure that are because of the show. I mean, just the exposure helps a lot. And I also do need to get myself out there more for sure, and just just push myself harder to do some more stuff. Like I'm always happy and down to cook anywhere and everywhere. So now it's just trying to juggle all of that and run the restaurant at the same time.
Awesome.
So what challenge on Top Chef was your favorite while it was happening?
Ooh, I would say the fishing challenge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you like to fish in your regular life? Oh, sorry.
No. I was going to say when I was younger, that was some of the best, one of the things I love to do a lot with my godfather and my father was to go fishing. And I just, over time, just hustle and bustle. I'm always busy. I haven't fished in so long since I was a kid. And just being on the boat and just every care in the world. I actually forgot I was competing for a minute. I was sitting there fishing. So the judges come over. I'm like, oh shit! I have to get it's serious. I need to cook something. I need to catch and cook something at the end of the day.
How long were you out on the water?
Not long enough.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was. I think it was an hour, but for me, I was like, man, if I can lose 30 minutes prep time in the elimination to fish some more, I would definitely make the trade. I would make the trade.
I was gonna say, an hour is pretty short for fishing. That's hard.
Tom goes fishing with season 1 winner Harold Dieterle all the time. You should get in on those fishing trips.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hit Tom up. Hopefully, that's if he responds. Well, I'll definitely send an invite. Also,
I feel like a lot of our food TV like friends and stuff have gone back to fishing. Like Justin Warner also fly fishes. And
Do you know Justin Warner from Food Network?
I don't believe I do.
Okay, he's
he's awesome. He's also a big gamer, and we'll introduce the two of you.
Yeah, we recap Tournament of Champions on Food Network and Top Chef. So we're in like the Food Network world and the Bravo world, and we'll unite everybody together.
Yeah, all the cool people from both.
I would love that.
Yeah,
I would love that.
And here's a question. I don't know if you can answer this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Was the product placement, as we were joking before with the 2% cashback, was it as over the top in person, like on set, as it felt at home? That was like the running joke all season, on Reddit or whatever, because they were really hitting that hard.
I honestly don't. I can go based off of like what we saw there in person. Like most of the times when that product placement stuff would come up in an episode, it was like normally I took it like a commercial break moment for myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was for me like I didn't bother me having the Grasso, the Morton salt like laid out in front.
Oh yeah.
Shit. I was like, hell, now I don't have to run for it. It's right here.
Yeah,
awesome.
Exactly.
I can just save time on this.
Yeah.
But I don't honestly have an answer for that.
Okay. I mean, if it wasn't obvious to you, then that's good. That's what I was curious.
Yeah.
Like, how obvious was it on set?
I also have tunnel vision, so I focus on the task at hand, and it could be like a whole wall of like finished dishwashing detergent, products, and everything else. And if what I don't need isn't in that section, it's like completely blacked out for me. So.
I mean, that's a good skill for our competitions. That's great.
Sure.
Did you think that Rhoda was going to win?
That's a tough question. I honestly thought for the finale, like it could go any direction. Obviously Sherry picked me, so I wanted Sherry to win because I was her student. And that would interchange between whoever else. I was curious though as to who I was going to get to work with.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know how they're going to determine who gets to pick first. I was like, I know Laurence would want to pick me first.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
I don't. Yeah.
Were you sad?
I was very curious.
Yeah. Were you sad that you didn't get to work with Laurence, or like?
Well, no, because like Sherry's like a sister to me, so and like we got even closer during the competition.
That's awesome.
So for me, I was like, I want to cook with and for Sherry. I want to cook with and for Laurence, and and I definitely liked working with Rhoda. It was a few challenges we did together. So I was like, I'm happy to help out whoever.
Yeah, it feels like this. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say this is just like a technical question I'm curious about. When you got eliminated, when you got the PPYKAG, as we say, did they tell you like right away you got to hang around because we're bringing you back for the finale? Like, did you know that you were going to be a sous chef in the finale right away, or did they ask you later?
I just assumed mathematically that I'd be a pick for the finale.
Right.
But you went home and everything. You didn't they didn't keep you there. You went home and then you came back for that.
I don't know if I'm allowed to answer that question.
Okay. See, this is the stuff I'm so curious about, and I know that some of it is trade secrets or whatever, but I'm dying to know. Yeah. What were you going to say, Debbie?
Well, I was just going to ask, I was just going to say, your season, I feel like had the best vibes overall of
totally.
Everyone seemed to be like friends and friendly with each other, and like there were a lot of like sibling vibes, for everybody, which was like really. Did you feel that as well, or was that just like magic?
No, we were very supportive of each other throughout the whole entire competition.
That's awesome.
Which was a great thing. But it was kind of weird. Like when energy wise, if we had bad cooks, we had bad cooks together. Right. It wasn't like an easy. Only two of us suck today. No. At least half of us suck today. So I'm sure from a judging aspect, that's very annoying. But yeah, no, it's like, we had each other's backs. Like if we need, especially like with the grocery shopping, if the budget was tight and if you needed one onion and I had 2 or 3 in my basket and if I didn't eat them all, of course you can have an onion.
Right.
If I need dried chilies, can you kind of borrow some?
It was an interesting season because there was no villain, you know? Like they could, you know, there was the whole Seeger thing, but like obviously everyone loved him. It wasn't like in other seasons where like everyone is like, get this guy out of here, you know? You guys all obviously got along so well. And it's really like Top Chef is so funny because it's like the least Bravo show. Because like, you know, like Debbie and I love to watch, you know, like Below Deck and Housewives, where like if there's no fights, no one's watching. But on Top Chef, we love to watch people get along on Top Chef.
It
which
just
is
makes
odd because we're all chefs, so you would think that, and we're all like in a very high pressure situation. So you think that we would be angrier more and like we, you know, lash out at each other a bit more, but you know, we're pretty chill this season.
Yeah, it was really awesome to watch. I mean, it's why I love watching things like, you know, Great British Bake Off and stuff like that, where it's just like people are just helping each other out, and you just happen to be in a competition for each other.
We always say the drama is like built in, right? Like there's always going to be drama because the drama is like, oh, like someone's moose didn't set. You know, it's not that. You don't have to be being mean to someone for there to be drama on a cooking show because
not at all. Eventually, something is not going to work.
Right.
And it's just and something's gonna taste better than something else. Like that's just what's gonna happen. So how long between when you found out the winner in the finale and when the season aired, how long did you have to wait and keep that secret?
Months.
That's hard.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Were you guys all texting the whole time and just being like,
yeah, like how did you not say anything? Like what like did you text each other to like be like, oh, I meant to say this. I was gonna like leak it accidentally, so I'm texting you instead, you know?
No, I mean like we're all in a group chat and we all communicate with each other and like we're really close. Like someone drops a message in the group chat at least almost every day. But like, and obviously, like we all sign the same paperwork, so we all know to keep our mouths shut.
Right.
So you know, it's just one of those scenarios. I'm like, if I say something, I might lose all my money. So never mind.
You don't need that.
You don't get any of the prize money until wow. Okay, cool. You know, Debbie and I also had to sign an NDA, not to spoil anything. Because we got to watch the episodes a couple days early, so it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
This is the first season that we got like the. So last season, you know, Tristen's season, we were not like on the approved press list, and like we had to wait to interview Tristen for months and months after the season aired. But this year they let us in early, so that's why you're on here, baby.
There you go. There you go.
So we're so excited that we get to interview you right away. So do you want to do other cooking shows?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a few others.
Yeah. Which ones do you have in mind?
Nothing as of yet. I do know, like, I don't know. I just wanted to be fun and not to be too crazy or off the wall. Like, you know, I kind of wanted to make sense for me, and you know, I don't want to have to like. I'm not going to be someone that I'm not. Just to get on TV or to do a competition. So if it doesn't align, then it's, you know, I'm not going to shoot for it.
Have you ever watched Tournament of Champions? Are you familiar with it?
I have watched Tournament of Champions. That one I'm definitely interested in. And Alex versus America, just because like I remember watching Alex like before that show, and then also like during her Iron Chef run, like before she was an Iron Chef, when she was Jeffrey Zakarian and Sue. And even before that, when they were doing like the whole competition segment to see who the next Iron Chef would be, like I think she's an amazing chef. Amazing flavors. So like I would like to just cook against her, just to have fun.
She was one of the judges when I won Worst Cooks in America, so I got to cook for her.
So you have to connect there. I mean,
there you go.
I wish. Debbie and I would love to interview her. I feel like she's like such a legend, you know, like she's one of my favorite people of all time. Totally.
But we're gonna put it out into the ether. So if anybody from Food Network is watching, please have Anthony on.
Well, I think to get on TOC, you probably have to do like an Alex versus America or like a Beat Bobby Flay or a Triple G or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's but we would love to see you on TOC.
Yeah.
It's so much fun for us as Top Chef fans when the Top Chef people cross over into Food Network. It's our favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like our fantasy football is the TOC bracket.
Perfect.
So are you working on anything new right now?
Yeah, like right now, so we're switching over the summer menu next month.
Cool.
I'm starting to do a few more collabs here in the city, and like I definitely want to, coordinate and do a collab with Laurence and with Sherry, and then try and get down to the Carolinas and hit up Oscar as well.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Oscar, I feel like I forgot about Oscar because we haven't talked about him in a few weeks. So love that guy.
Yeah. What good vibes.
Yeah. And where should people like follow you? Not that we're ending yet. That's just my question right now.
No, you're good. Definitely on my Instagram handle, Chef Anthony J, and then obviously I'm here at MarcusDC. I'm here 5 days a week, so I'm pretty easy to catch. And
cool.
it's an open kitchen, so just wave. Literally,
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Just wave, and I'll come out and say hi.
Debbie, let's take the Acela down. Let's just go.
I know, we should really do it. I haven't been down in DC in a couple years, and although I'm like a little like about coming down to DC right now.
I understand.
The Acela is very fancy too.
Yeah.
If the Benoit bus was still like
I mean, we could just take the regular Amtrak, which is more reasonably priced than the Acela. I'm just, I haven't been to DC in a very long time, so I would love to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to try to ask you some lightning round questions here, which is a new thing we've been meaning to try. So they're just fast answers to some kind of silly questions, and let us know your answers. And then we're going to end with just talking about what we're going to have for dinner tonight and wrapping up. So just get ready. Okay, so Debbie, this is our first time trying the lightning round. We'll see how it goes. Okay. What would your signature dish be on Beat Bobby Flay?
Ooh, a rice dish.
A rice dish.
What kind of rice dish?
I guess it would have to be jollof, just because it's something that's kind of adjacent to what we make here at the restaurant, and I think it would throw Bobby for a curve.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Sure. Well, he's gonna put collaborated chilies in there, anchovies.
100%.
Well, I love that when Laurence went on there, Bobby didn't even know what Laurence was talking about. It's like you got that's what you got to do. I mean, he would obviously know jollof rice, but you would do it much better.
Yeah.
Okay, then a little FMK, as the kids say.
Okay.
You can skip this one if you want, but of Bobby's Titans, Brooke Williamson, Michael Voltaggio, Aisha Najerja.
You can skip it if you want.
I'll skip that one.
Okay, that's fair. We'll cut that out.
Yeah, no.
I think. Well, one of those is the loaded question. Isn't Brooke one of the Titans?
Oh yeah,
that is a very loaded question.
Yeah,
that's a
great
trap
point.
right there.
You gotta marry her to exert dominance over Bobby. This is my wife now.
Okay, there's an opportunity for Beat Bobby Flay.
Exactly. There you go.
Okay, if you were a chop basket, what would be in you?
Sure. Ooh, that's good.
Duck. Okay.
Yeah.
Duck.
And then just 4 kinds of duck.
Yeah, so it probably duck hearts, foie, and then wings.
I love that. I think that's a great challenge.
It would be very challenging because you gotta make each of the ducks stand out in their own way. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Top Chef Dream City. If you could be on another Top Chef season in any city, where would it be located?
Ooh, Mexico City.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I feel like they have to do that soon. That's a good one.
I would love to go back for that one.
Yeah. I don't think they've done Mexico City. They haven't done. No. I mean, they've done I think they did one area of Mexico.
They did a finale, but they haven't done a whole season in Mexico.
Oh, this is actually something. Sorry to interrupt the lightning round, but this is something that we were curious about. Do you know why they didn't have a different city for the finale?
I actually have no idea.
It was so interesting. They didn't even mention it, you know?
Yeah, we thought that they would say
yeah.
because we are so excited about Carolina, we're staying here.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Yeah.
No. It was a surprise for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Were you a little bummed you didn't get to fly to Barbados or something?
Well, I had my passport ready, and they're like, "So, Charlotte." I was like, "Oh, don't need that."
Okay, so if you had to be bunkmates below deck on a yacht with any Top Chef or Tournament of Champions winner, who would you choose?
Nina Compton.
Oh, that was so fast. I love that. Do you know her personally?
I've done an event with her. I don't know her like that, but she is an amazing chef. She had an amazing season.
Yeah.
And I wanted her to win her season so badly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I guess that she's not technically a winner, but in our heart, she's a winner. I think everyone wanted her to win that season.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of those ones where
who won that season?
Nicholas, whatever his name was. Yeah. He was very, no offense to anybody, but he was a very Tom chef.
Yes.
Okay, so and you can skip this one also if you want, but if you had to go on one, The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Love Island, The Traitors, Love is Blind, which one would you go on?
Yes, Love Island. I don't know the
rest. Do you watch Love Island?
No, but I've seen the trailers for the previews for it, so I have an idea.
Okay, so you never watched Kristen on Traitors?
Kristen Nope. I haven't seen Traitors yet.
Actually, I think you would actually love it as a gamer because it is such a game heavy show.
Is it like Clue or a variant of Clue?
It's basically like Clue.
Have you ever played werewolves or Mafia at a party?
No, we normally played beer pong when I went to
parties. You weren't a theater kid. You were a cooking kid. So there's one person. There's 3 people are traitors, and no one knows who they are, and they murder someone each night, and the people have to guess who it is. And Kristen was on it, serving looks, etc. It's a great show.
Yeah. And she was a very funny player. She was a very funny player. It was interesting watching her because she's so brilliant and for some reason was wrong with every guess she made.
But see, if you were on Love Island, you would be in demand because one thing on Love Island is the men make breakfast for the women. And
really?
Yeah.
Usually the breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
And usually the breakfast looks pretty bad.
Yeah. There was a big thing last summer where somebody didn't cook pancakes all the way through, and
really,
it caused a huge fight with his girl, and
I can nail that challenge.
There you
this
go.
Competition,
definitely. It's the IHOP. Fan in
I would okay, you heard it here first, everybody. Anthony's gonna go on Alex versus America, he's gonna go on TUC, and he's gonna go on Love Island.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is all of our questions we have for you today, but we always wrap up the episode and we can still chat a little bit, but we can start talking about what we're going to have for dinner tonight. So Debbie, do you want to go first to warm it up?
So Anthony, you don't know this, but I have strep right now.
Oh, I didn't even realize you had strep. I knew you were sick. I didn't know you had strep.
Oh, yeah, that's why I haven't been in the chat at all. I'm on 1 dose of antibiotics from this morning, so yeah. So I haven't even thought. My son Otis wants pizza, so that's what we're doing because I can't even think.
So Anthony, we have to tell you that yesterday was supposed to be Debbie's son Charlie's birthday party, and my daughter Sheena was supposed to go, and it was canceled because Debbie has strep
and Otis
and the smaller son, and so my daughter what she wanted to do last night was she did a make believe where she was Debbie and we went to Charlie's birthday party. And the cat was Charlie, and I got to be Otis. So that was what my daughter wanted to play last night after Charlie's
She
birthday
really wanted to
party.
go to the party.
Yeah,
She really wanted that
I
party.
feel so bad.
But she wasn't sad about it. She
Yeah.
was just acting it out, having fun. Spencer was John,
My husband,
Debbie's husband. Yeah. Anthony, do you know what you're having for dinner tonight?
Yeah, I'm having some Nando's piri piri, some chicken, and then some leftovers from an event I did yesterday.
Nice.
Oh, awesome! What are the leftovers?
So it was a supper club event here in DC. So
Cool.
I think I'm gonna have some corn custard, some blue crab, and some baked beans, some roll. Like I did a lunch and then I did a dinner. So there's two completely separate menus.
Can I ask you something? You said corn pudding. Are you a sweet corn pudding person or cornbread person or a savory?
Both. It just depends. But this one's more of like a custard, actually.
Yum.
Yeah. Like it's a completely set custard, almost like if panna cotta and creme brulee had a baby, almost as far as consistency and texture. Yeah.
I want it.
As the kids say less.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask you a question about DC? And we don't have to get political, but do you serve politicians at the restaurant a lot? Like, do politicians come in?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can't imagine the really bad ones come to your restaurant.
I think the ones who want to have a good time and have some food pop their heads in the door.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's the best way to answer that question.
That's a great way to answer
because
it.
I'm going to be in the city for quite a few more years, so
you don't want to upset anyone.
Totally. Everyone who enjoys good food goes to the restaurant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am actually also having pizza tonight. So this morning we had my daughter's kindergarten orientation, which was very excited. I cried. And then so I started work late and then we had this interview. So I was supposed to cook. I said, I'm too stressed to cook. We're getting white pizza with spinach was a kind of pizza I'm interested tonight. So a little, yeah. And me and Debbie live in New York City, so we get great pizza whenever we want, obviously.
You can get the best pizza.
What's your favorite neighbor? I was just thinking about pizza in DC. I went to college in DC. So what's your favorite neighborhood in DC?
Ooh, favorite neighborhood would probably be the Adams Morgan area.
Yeah. That's
Noma obviously as well, because I spend the most time here because I work here.
Right.
But if it's a day off and I want to be as far away from the restaurant as possible, I can go to Adams Morgan.
And that Adams Morgan is where the only good pizza, I think, at least since I've been there, is. So,
and this is not about DC, but I need to know: did you watch the Knicks?
I did. I was working.
Yeah.
I was working, and here at work, everyone was watching football, so no one soccer.
Haters.
Yeah. Well, what do they care? It's like New York and Texas.
In New York, we're very excited for obvious reasons. I mean, we don't really. Me and Debbie don't really care about basketball, but of course we're lifelong Knicks fans this week. So everyone in New York is.
It's the best week to be at.
Yes.
Okay, so that's really all that we have to talk about today. Is there anything else you want to leave the listeners with before we sign off?
Just thank you all very much for the support. Thank you all for the amazing, positive messages that I've been receiving via Instagram. I appreciate every minute of it. I'm happy that you all enjoyed the season like I did. And hopefully you all get to see me cook in the future. And if not, hopefully you just swing by the restaurant or we just run into each other and spark the conversation.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
For sure.
everybody, if you see Anthony on the street, talk to him. That's what he said.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, that's brave of you, but
don't no, I mean, I think our listeners are pretty nice overall.
I think so.
I don't think that the mean people turn this off, in minute 2 or whatever. So.
No, I haven't had any negative messages sent my way. So
amazing. That's great. I'm so happy about that. Yeah.
Awesome.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, please, if you want to talk to us, send Debbie a message. And also, please rate, review, subscribe. We're on YouTube if you want to see our video, which is, low tech, but it is, it's on there. And and also, we're on all the platforms, and you can send us money at Buy Me a Coffee. If you send us $5, we would love that because we operate this podcast at a staggering loss. No, it's not that much of a loss anymore that my husband's editing. But anyway, okay, so we love you all very much.
Anthony, you're awesome.
Yeah, it was so awesome talking to you.
Thank you both. Seriously, thank you both for the opportunity.
We think we're gonna like people, and when we talk to them, and we do, we're always so thrilled, and we did.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll just do our.
Happy.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
Okay, so I guess for now we will do our sign off, which is it's time for us to go for the protein. That's a TOC reference, Anthony.
Understood.
Yeah. Mom's a flavor town. Unicorn.